Chairman, you've been very gracious with your time, and we've talked about this on a number of occasions and had a very productive and cordial meeting yesterday to go into some depth about your vision and for the hearings and mine. And I think fundamentally we share the view that we should conduct a thorough and effective examination, one that fulfills our constitutional role and makes the Senate proud, so that we can be proud of it, that we fulfilled our responsibilities. Senator Kaufman has noted that we get along remarkably well around here, but sometimes we just disagree about how things ought to be done. I know that we had asked that we be able to have the hearing after the recess, just to give our colleagues more time to study the record and maybe prepare their remarks and the questions they'd like to ask. But the pace would be consistent with last year's Sotomayor hearing, but we had a shorter time period. The President did give us extra 2 weeks this time to consider the nomination. I told him, and I've told Senator Leahy, that I thought we could reasonably complete this hearing before the August recess, is what the President asked me at the White House, and I told him I believed we could do that, and I committed to try to achieve that. We'll try to do our best to conduct an effective hearing, even if I would have preferred a little more time. I would say this clearly: a Supreme Court nominee for any seat is exceedingly important. The American people are concerned about their court. They're concerned about the effectiveness of law in America. They're concerned that constitutional principles are being eroded, that we're not recognizing the fact that our government is a limited government, and we can have a fine nominee in many different ways, but if they're not committed to the limited role of a federal judge, if they're not aware that they must serve, as their oath says, under the Constitution, not above it, then they're not qualified to serve on the bench. So this will be the nature of the inquiry. I hope it's a high-level inquiry. We'll discuss judicial activism, faithfulness to plain words of the Constitution, and I expect it to be a vigorous and important hearing. And Mr. Chairman, one of the things I appreciate is you renewed your commitment that we would have a good 30-minute first round. Appreciate you doing that. That does allow more engagement with the nominee. I don't think it was abusive last year in any way, and with Sotomayor, and I think we should do that again. And so I think we've started off on a pretty good basis. I look forward to working with you within the realms of what we can agree on and what we may not be able to agree on to complete the process before the August recess, and in a way that makes the Senate and our country proud of how we've conducted the hearings.